Hello everybody and welcome back to Typical City. Well, those Premier League weekend results, they have exposed the industry for what it is. The YouTube industry, the Twitter industry, the Instagram industry, the punditry industry for what it is. Woefully uneducated, pitifully embarrassing, the integrity of a traffic warden who was parked on double yellow lines to pick up a prostitute. The level of integrity is gone, non-existent. You only need to rewind the clock a couple of weeks. Go back, find your favourite content creator, any of them, really, any of them. Go and find your content creator that you consider to be your favourite, scroll down their profile and have a look at what their reaction was to the Arsenal 0 and Manchester City 0 result at the Etihad Stadium. Have a look at the reaction. How well it was celebrated by Arsenal fans as a fantastic achievement to do what they did. And our own fans turned on us, man. You know, to the point where it's like, the league is finished. The league is over. City have bottled it. You know, Arsenal are clear of Manchester City. City in crisis, we all know who that is. I'm not going to name names. I don't want to name names on this channel. I don't want to drag too many names through the mud. There will come a day where I do it, knowing me. There will be a day where I do it because if people say, don't burn your bridges. I mean, who gives a shit about bridges? I don't want to build a bridge towards that shit. I don't want a bridge going that way. I want to go my own way. Doing maintaining integrity and authenticity. To the point where you're either doing these titles that were 2 weeks ago, you know, you either did it because you don't have a clue what you're talking about. That's option A. Option B is you did it for clicks. I like to think it's option B because surely you have the intelligence to know that the league was not done when we're 3 points behind Liverpool. Surely not. And now you've been proven that you were incredibly wrong. Woefully wrong. Embarrassingly wrong. City are now top of the Premier League pile. As we stand right now, who knows? It could change. Shock horror. Guess what? It might do. I have every belief that City are going to drop points, by the way. I think we will drop points. We could have won the league by then because I said that last season, that City were going to drop points. But thankfully, we were able to drop points with 2 games to go. The league was done at that point because of this side of the game. It's what I said to Arsenal fans after the game. This is where the Premier League is won at this stage of the season. And Pep Guardiola and Manchester City have instilled a way of thinking into Arsenal and into Liverpool to the point where it doesn't matter how well you've been playing. Arsenal have been the best team all season. Oh, what a fantastic defensive performance that was from Arsenal. They locked down Manchester City. The AFTV thumbnail, unbelievably good thumbnail. I loved it. So creative. Look at it. So good. Amazing. Little prison bars with Mikel Arteta in a police outfit, Haaland, De Bruyne and Foden chilling behind the bars. Love it. That's really entertaining. Hats off to AFTV. But the psychology behind that thumbnail shows exactly where their mindset is at. Defeatists mentality. Celebrating these draws. Do you want to know what I said after the Arsenal game? This is what I said after the Arsenal game. Arsenal made a mistake yesterday. I truly believe they made a mistake in playing for a draw. They played for the draw. They got the draw. They came for the point. That was it. The narrative was all about Arsenal are going to turn up to the Etihad. This bigger, stronger, more powerful Arsenal squad is going to rock up to the Etihad and beat us. That's what they promised, and they did not deliver. As far as I'm concerned, their threat to the title is minimised as a result of this because I feel like that was a missed opportunity. They were celebrating their Arsenal fans last night. Celebrating the idea of not losing to Manchester City. And it shows where the standards are between the two football clubs. And like I said, Arsenal will regret that. They are regretting it. Right now, they're living in the regret. Right this very second. Monday morning, it's pissing it down in Manchester, and I couldn't give 2 shits because Manchester City are top of the Premier League as we stand right now. But this is just an example of how flip-flop this industry is. You know, it's an embarrassing state of affairs, really, to the point where it's how can you have any authenticity to yourself? To like some of the other content creators out there are a joke. To consider what they said and how frustrating it was to listen to and how many people agreed with them. Now, I think the content creators, they're held accountable. I'm holding them accountable right now. I'm sure some of you went straight into the comment sections to highlight all of their flaws in their arguments that they made within 24 hours of the Manchester City 0, Arsenal 0 result. that was the end of Manchester City's season to a high percentage of you, an alarmingly high percentage of you. Scary, really, really scary. Now, the content creators are held accountable. I'm okay with that. I think that's so we should be. If I said something that was stupid, I fully expect you to get in the comments and tell me how stupid you are, Johnny. What a stupid thing you've just said. I probably already said it this season. I'm sure some of you have already highlighted. I don't know. I can't remember, but off the top of my head, I don't know. That's the industry we're in. But to do it as so bluntly and plainly as an attempt to get clicks is what bothered me more than anything. It's just like, nah, surely you don't believe that. To turn on Pep Guardiola, to turn on this Manchester City Football Club, this wonderful football club that is doing incredible things on the pitch right now. You know, we're currently the treble holders and have a very realistic possibility of winning the treble again. Again. That will never be done. I don't believe it will be done. In truth, I think there is still plenty of twists and turns left in the narrative of this season, which doesn't seem to be comprehensible to a lot of people because it's like, no. Whatever happened 5 minutes ago is the end result. That's the definitive answer to everything that's just happened. 2 minutes ago, that's it, done. 2 minutes later, I'll change my opinion to whatever suits that particular narrative. And it's just mind-boggling to me that this is where we are right now, and I've proven my point already. But like I said, the content creators being held accountable is one thing, but the comment sections, they don't ever get held accountable. So let's hold them accountable, shall we? I think I might make this a regular occurrence because there is some absolute drivel being pumped into my comment sections, at least, on my particular channel. So let's have a look, shall we? So here we have Killing Spree. Love that little logo there, an Arsenal fan. Regret what? We have taken 4 points from you this year. Yep. And the league table, how's that for regrets? Right there, there's your regrets. You only need to look at the league table. Now, this is my favourite. Boogalove. Thanks for tuning in, Boogalove. What are you even saying? What are you even saying? Bad omens for the rest of the seasons? Plural? I thought he was talking about autumn. It's like spring or summer. What are you even saying? Go and hug a transformer. It will ease your pain. That blew my mind. I've never heard that one before. I was like, what? Hug a transformer? What? Like he said, what are you even saying? Optimus Prime? Megatron? I need to hug a transformer? It will ease my pain? They're sharp and metallic-y. Like, there will be sharp edges. I won't have any pain eased whatsoever by hugging a transformer. I do not know what he means. What are you even saying? Then, of course, this one was just ridiculous. Michael Ruiz. Be honest, we are not winning anything this year. At that point, I stopped reading. But then I'd carried on reading the end of it, actually, because I saw a little emoji. And they always draw my attention. I'm like a squirrel when I'm drawn to an emoji like that. They're like a little nut. A lot of humble pie and busy transfer window where we need at least 75% team overhaul this summer before I'll watch again. Embarrassing. So I'm guessing if you're not watching, mate, you're missing out, mate, because we're top of the Premier League right now. You've decided to turn your back on this football club, you pathetic excuse of a football fan. Honestly, you call us embarrassing, you're the embarrassment here, mate, because we are sat top of the Premier League right now. Who else did we have? This guy, Knitting. He appears in multiple places. Thanks for subscribing to Typical City, by the way, Knitting. But what is there for Arsenal to regret? They got what they wanted. They knocked City out of the title race. Now it is a two-way contest between them and Liverpool. It's worrying, isn't it? Really, it's alarmingly to see the flip-flop nature of this industry. And I mean, that's it, guys. If you want this to be a regular occurrence, it might see my comment section not be quite as full if I start threatening with you with the idea of there's your 5 minutes of fame. By the way, you can have a little bit of fame you're now on YouTube. You know, your comment has been highlighted. Do you want me to continue with this? Because there's plenty of other dickheads out there that talk utter drivel in the comment section, and you're not held accountable at all. So I might make this a bit of a feature going forward, and we call it Dickhead of the Week or something like that, where every week I find the biggest twat in the comments who comes out with the most utter shite and drivel that you've ever seen as a football fan claiming to be a supporter of this club. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. But thanks for subscribing to Typical City, by the way. Appreciate it. Liverpool, capitulation. Arsenal, capitulation. And I mean, it means more to Liverpool. Don't forget that. It means more to them. So God knows how they're feeling. If they are where they are, considering they are now beneath Manchester City, and add to the fact that it means more to them, how bad must they be feeling right now? The fact that it means more must mean the pain also means more, which fills me with warmth. I feel fantastic at the knowledge that they're suffering even more than we were when we were in the same position. It's ridiculous. The flip-flop nature it knows no bounds. Now, I want to state something, banter aside. I believe this title race is nowhere near finished. And you've already seen the industry. Like I said, go to those favourite YouTube channels of yours or content creators on other platforms and find what they said about the Arsenal game. Now find what they said following this weekend's result. And they're already saying it's over, it's done, City have won it, City are going to win the treble now. You know, all of these people that were disappeared, they're now saying the complete opposite 2 weeks later. I don't think City have this sewn down yet. Nowhere near, mate. We've got Spurs away. We've got Brighton away next. You know, the good thing is this, I mean, it could be moved to it's either the 25th of April or the 24th of April, depending on whether Manchester City beat Real Madrid or not in the second leg of our quarter-final Champions League tie. That's what it'll come down to. But the fact our next game is Brighton away, that could easily be dropped points. So easily. I don't understand. Like, City have gone on this unbelievable unbeaten run. What we want to do now is keep going for the next 2 or 3 games, and then if we can get to the end of the season, and by that point, hopefully, Arsenal and Liverpool have dropped even more points, just like Arsenal did last season, when I was saying the very same thing last season, although I didn't have this platform to speak to more than the people that I did last season, where I barely even started the YouTube channel. I don't think I even made a video about this subject last season, because I was barely doing anything. This season, like you know, I've committed, and now you're hearing what I have to say in this particular title race. But I said the same in last season's title race, that this title race is not done. It's nowhere near done. And even when we get the lead, it's still not done. Why is that so difficult to understand? That Manchester City could quite easily drop more points. We have to keep going. We have to keep going. And that just proves my point that if City, this weekend's results and the thumbnails and the titles that are all used to make videos for this weekend, they're all going to be fools once again. If City lose the next game or drop points in the next game, they're going to look like idiots again. Multiple times over the course of the season, people are just made to look like fools. It baffles me. It really does baffle me. Now, I personally believe that Manchester City won't win the treble. I still think the Premier League is going to throw up a banana skin or two. Brighton away, Spurs away. It's going to be really difficult. I know we can do it. We have got a long way to go until the Premier League resumes, being potentially the 25th of April or the 24th. Stew on that. Arsenal, there's a good, what are we on? What have we got? 9 days there, potentially 10 days of Arsenal fans and Liverpool fans sitting and looking at the league table, knowing full well that this is a bad period of the season for them, with Manchester City now top. We know what we do at this stage of the season, so I have belief that we can do it. We can go all the way. But the facts are we've got banana skins coming up to the point where, what do you want me to say? That, yeah, that's it done. That's it done. Is that what makes an entertaining YouTuber? And that's what I don't like about the industry, is the fact that I feel like I've got enough personality to push onto my videos that don't require clickbait titles. I feel like if you're watching at this point in the video, then you've not been clickbaited by anything whatsoever, because I've stuck to my guns throughout this whole season. And here we are talking, and you're watching this video, yet I've not had to bait you with bullshit about that's it, league's over for Arsenal, or it was over 2 weeks ago for Manchester City. I've not had to do that. You know, I've stuck to my guns, I've supported the team that I support, I've got behind them, and I've backed them. Because why wouldn't I? The evidence was there for all to see. You know, 5 years of evidence of Pep Guardiola being at the helm of Manchester City, that's enough evidence for me, with all the trophies that he's brought into this football club. How much evidence do you need? How quick do you want to turn on this football club? It baffles me. It really does. And Brighton next, with Spurs round the corner from that as well. And wow, what a title race we have. I also want to thank everybody who knows that I was I've crawled out of my deathbed to make this video. I'm still not 100%. I've got through this video without coughing. I am on the mend, whether it's, I don't know, pneumonia or the bubonic plague. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's not enjoyable. It put me in bed for the whole weekend, and I was gutted. I enjoyed sitting there watching. The football was fantastic. Sat there chuckling with my little hot water bottle and my cup of tea, chuckling at Arsenal and Liverpool, absolutely bottling it, and Manchester City romping to a 5-1 win. Yeah, that kind of nice bit of medicine. I enjoyed that, don't get me wrong, but I missed doing the stream. I missed doing these reactions because I tell you what, I would have given it you so much harder live, and I would have given it you so much sweeter as well, following on from the results from Liverpool and Arsenal, who have just absolutely crumbled in the face of adversity and pressure. What do you make of this, Blues? What do you make of this, rival fans? Like and comment in the comment sections below, and I'll see you in the next one.
This is typical City now.